This is Hung Over Hand Right.
Yeah!
And
All
this
right!
is the UFC Fight Night. Royval versus Taira preview show. Seth, Dylan, Jonathon. No Chad today. Sandbagging filling in.
Thank God.
UFC. Still going to the Apex. Talk about it every time.
I will never
It'll never stop.
understand.
They save too much money doing it.
I forget what channel I was watching, but they made a quick reference about, at the Apex, who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Sounds
But
like something I would say.
we're not the only ones that are tired of it.
Poster?
I like it.
It's all right. I like the colors.
I think it's cool.
What does
Green Bay.
all that shit say?
I don't know why height, reach, stance,
Tatsuro.
Tatsuro.
Basically tail of the tape copied like 3 times.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Not a fan of that.
I mean, you're not meant to. It's the fine print.
I like
they got Tyra's fucking fist up there. Dude.
It's kind of boring, but I do like the green and the yellow.
Yes.
I like them throwing the records in there too. I feel like they've done that every so often. As of recent.
Canceled bouts on this one. Cody Garbrandt versus Miles Johns.
Boo.
Supposed to happen on this card.
I wanted to watch that.
Polyana Viano is supposed to fight Cory McKenna.
I think she would.
Her.
I think she would have beat up McKenna badly.
Really?
I think so.
Chris Barnett.
So he comes in to save the card, right? He saved this fight, and then it got canceled because he all of a sudden got an injury. Not Barnett, but Waldo. Is that what happened?
No. So this was the original matchup.
Oh, okay.
Waldo got hurt.
Waldo got hurt, and
Oh yeah,
Tafa-
that's right.
Tafa
Okay,
came in
never
short
mind.
notice.
That Barnett and Waldo would have been fun too.
But I don't understand why. I mean, Waldo just beat like the big fucking Robelis de Spain,
The biggest hype train ever.
and then they're like, "Here's Chris Barnett." Like,
When's Barnett fought last?
well,
I guess
we'll talk about that.
that's
It's been a long time, but
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
talk about that. Low-key banger. Aside from the low-key banger and the 6-fight main card, that used to be 5 fights. I mean, Jonathan Pierce, Pat Sabatini, those are 2 decent guys. Cody Haddon, he was on the Contender Series week 2. He looked good. Australian.
Yeah, he looked really good.
And then coming in here against Argueta. Argueta, he's solid guy, good wrestler, so that'll be...
Always like CJ Vergara, watching him too.
Yeah, I mean, he can't win a thing, but he's so tough.
I feel like he's going to be another sacrifice. God damn, I can't talk.
I don't know a thing about this Uzbek guy or whatever this is, Tajikistan,
Those flags always scare me though.
but he's probably good.
That's what I'm saying. CJ's probably another sacrificial lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Cheaty and Jared Gooden.
I'm a big Cheaty guy.
I am not a Jared Gooden guy
I'm not either.
at all.
Yeah.
Especially not when he's fighting Cheaty.
Cheaty's going to fuck him up, I think.
Nico
Bang,
Price
bang.
coming off of the old Ruthless Robbie knockout.
No. His last one was...
What?
He beat Morono.
Yeah, he won his last
He beat
one.
the Great White. That's
Yeah.
right. Shit.
But Themba Garimbo, obviously everyone knows this is the guy that The Rock gave a house to.
Ah, yeah.
But, dude, he's like just winning a lot. Like, he's like won 4 in a row, I
I
think
think
now.
he's going to continue that.
What
I
a
mean-
name too, huh?
He's just like a
Thimbo Garimbo.
Thimbo Garimbo.
Themba.
Thimba,
Or,
whatever.
sorry. Thimbo would have been better.
Yeah,
But
well,
he just
Thimbo,
like
Thimbo.
fucking brings his lunch pail to work every day and just puts it on these guys. Can do it all.
Bring a lunch.
Yeah.
pack a lunch.
All right, ready for low key banger?
Yeah.
All right.
Barnett looks so silly in that.
Apparently, according to Tapology, this is the literal first fight of the night, which would
That's wild.
surprise me. But low key banger: Chris Barnett versus Junior Tafa. Chris Beast Boy Barnett, 23-8, coming off of a win over Jake Collier, fighting out of Tampa. 38 years old, 5 feet 9 inches tall, as a heavyweight.
5'9" heavyweight. I also didn't know he was that old either. Like, I knew he was mid-30s, but 38?
Yeah.
Does that say 267?
Yeah, he missed weight his last fight. Literally.
Yeah.
Junior the Juggernaut
That's right.
Tafa, 5-3,
Mm,
coming off 2 losses in a row.
mm.
Walter Walker and Marcus Rogerio de Lima, fighting out of Australia, 28 years old, 6 feet 3 inches
10
tall.
years younger, eh?
Yeah, so Tafa's the one coming in on short notice. The Walter Walker one, he pissed me off.
And it bummed me out, too.
I mean, he screamed when he was in a heel hook, and the ref stopped it, and he was pissed about it.
Yeah.
And then he started talking shit to Walter. He slapped him after the fight.
Yeah, that's a verbal tap.
verbal submission.
Yeah, I will say...
Which is kind of like, I think just because you scream doesn't mean that you want out of that submission.
no,
The way he
I mean,
did
you-
it, though.
but
Yeah,
they
I'm-
need to change the rule then.
I
Yeah,
agree.
they do need to
I don't
change
think
the
they ever
rule.
will.
But also, you gotta understand, as a ref, like hearing somebody scream in pain like that, you're like, oh, he just broke his fucking leg. Or
Yeah,
something.
Right.
and it wasn't just like, like it was like
"Ah!"
it was like pretty loud.
Yeah,
and
it was
like,
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you scream, like, you can yell the words tap Like, say you're in a position to where you can't tap with your hands, you can yell tap unless you're getting your shit choked out some weird way.
It just happens so fast, you know.
I don't know. I've never been a big fan of the verbal submission because of controversy, like we're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm just sick of
I wouldn't mind if
controversy.
they changed it, but either way, he acted like an asshole after the fight.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe not like him, but I will say, I mean, since he's come to the UFC, he has pretty much only fought grapplers. I mean, he actually literally has only fought grapplers. Like Muhammad Usman, maybe the exception, but
until this one,
Porker, DeLima, Walter Walker, last three. He beat
Yeah.
Porker, but
and then Muhammad fucking Usman right before that.
yeah, he's not necessarily a grappler, but
I'd say, I mean,
he's going to grapple more than Barnett.
right.
Yeah, Barnett hasn't fought.
Backflip kicks.
Barnett hasn't fought since the Jake Collier fight, which was in September of 2022.
God,
He pulled out of
It's not
these
good.
two. 3 cancellations in a row, and 2 of them, the first 2 were him pulling out.
I think him and Waldo would have been really fun.
Yeah. I think I watched this Jake Collier fight, and he got his ass handed to him so bad in the first round.
Jake did.
No, Barnett did.
I don't. It's.
By Jake.
I kind of remember that. I think
I
we were watching
don't.
at your house.
He got his eye was like shut, and they didn't stop it somehow. The doctor came in there and they didn't stop it, and then Jake just shot a takedown. He was kind of getting tired, and Barnett just kind of rolled, ended up on top, and just ground and pounded the shit out of him. Like he missed weight
That
at 5'9", and he looks like he shouldn't be in there, but he's a gutsy fucking guy. Dude.
he's
Like,
super fucking athletic.
But it's also
Yeah.
crazy to be that heavy and not be able to like stop at 2.5 pounds. You know what I mean?
Right.
yeah,
That's insane.
and he had plenty of leftover weight in that fight.
I mean, he could theoretically like
Lose
fight at
100.
middleweight,
Yeah.
lose
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
Chris Barnett making his return to lightweight. He's just fucking
He's just
shredded.
Wrecks everyone.
Unfortunately, I think the fact that Junior's probably not gonna have to worry about grappling is gonna lead to him touching up
Opening
Barnett.
I think
yeah.
he does too.
I think, and dude, that's a long layoff.
Especially a very long layoff, and especially Junior knowing that the threat of the takedown is not going to be there.
Yeah,
But
I think he's going to
however,
open up. But
At the same time, Tafa's been letting us down.
and he's like Tafa's a guy that should fight at 205.
he's pretty slim.
He's like
that heavyweight. He's
skinny
light.
fat, but like doesn't
What's he weigh in at? What is it? I know this
Uh,
probably isn't the most accurate.
Just one of those guys who doesn't want to cut weight.
Is it not fucking on here?
2
244. So that's, I mean, 20
But
pounds
he's got
under the limit.
he's got extra weight.
God, but 40 pounds, dude.
I don't know, but either way, he's much more explosive and hits harder than Barnett. Barnett's just durable, hangs in there.
Barnett throws him some
Unpredictable.
weird, very unpredictable, like the spinning back kick to, help me here.
I don't remember who it was against. Vellante.
Vellante, yeah. Just pulled that out of his ass
Yeah, he
randomly.
kinda
I just
fucked-
can't.
He
I mean,
fucked John up a
I
little
can't
bit.
see a guy who's
Vellante got up laughing about it.
Been
He's like,
a-
fuck it.
He
He just
retired
kicked me
after
with
that
that.
fight,
Yeah, yeah. I just don't see him doing that to Junior, especially Junior coming
No.
off of 2 L's. He's gonna
and
come in.
Junior's
fired
fought
up.
like he's fought in Glory kickboxing and shit.
Do you know how
right?
excited he is to not be fighting a guy that's gonna grapple the shit out of him?
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sure. Hopefully we'll see a highlight.
Oh wow!
Odds where they at?
Right there, you were just on it. Down, down, down,
Minus
down.
400.
Right there.
Oh, minus 400 Tafa, plus 300 Barnett. I mean, maybe that's too wide. Probably is too wide, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like around
I agree.
around that area.
Well, I think if he didn't have a 2.5 year layoff, how long is it? Over 2 years?
2 years exactly, almost.
2 years exactly. That's
Maybe like a 2 years and a month.
I don't know. It's tough to say.
How many times has Barnett been finished though?
Got guillotined by
I feel like it's.
Ben Rothwell.
Is that right? 0 topology votes.
Well, I guess it's.
Has that
It's so
happened
new.
before?
No, I've never seen that. But
See how many times Beast Boy's been finished, just out of
I
curiosity.
think it's like 4.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Not by sub.
been knocked out 3 times, submitted once,
Okay.
and it actually I think his
bad.
3
You got
knockouts were like
18
in a
KOs.
row. Yeah, literally all 3 in a row.
Wow. All 2 first round. What the hell? The same guy.
And
the
you,
first
you'd
2.
think that's when he took his 2 year layoff, and then he just went on to win.
At Road FC.
Yeah, and island fights.
That's kind of where he built a name for himself. I was over there at Road.
in Korea. I think there's no topology votes, but I think Junior's going to touch him up.
Being
And
a minus 400.
Barnett, especially against Jake Collier, like his style was kind of like duck his head and just throw over the top I think Tafa is going to clip him like an uppercut or
I can see this
something.
going decision though. Hopefully not, but I
think
see
it-
it.
He's tough enough.
Yeah.
for
He
sure.
is. They're both very tough, but I think it depends on how easy it is for Tafa to find the home for the punches.
And he's going to take quite a few. I think.
That's what I'm saying. Like if he finds his like rhythm early,
yeah,
and
But you know he's eager
it doesn't
for
take
it.
very long. Like there's no like he didn't take a round to find his timing and shit. I feel like he could potentially get him out of there, but
I'm going Junior Tafa TKO.
me too.
Me too.
That was easy. Anything else on that one?
I like Beast Boy. He's fun.
Yeah, he is
entertaining,
fun. He's a character.
I like him, but it's a tough matchup for him. All right, first fight of the main card. We didn't.
Next.
This wasn't originally on the main card, and then all of a sudden it is. So we didn't do a ton of research on this one, but I guess we got to talk about it. Cory McKenna versus Julia Polastri.
Cory Poppins.
Cory Poppins McKenna, 8-3, coming off a loss to Jacqueline Amarim, who's looked really fucking good in the fight and out of the fight
And
lately.
she hasn't fought since.
Yeah, she has.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Cheyenne. My bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she beat her.
Before that, she beat Cheyenne Blissmas. Fighting out of Wales. Well, from Wales. Fighting out of Alpha Male, actually.
Yeah, Faber's always in her corner.
25 years old, and she's been in the UFC for a while. 5 feet 3 inches tall. Julia Psycho Polastri, creative. 12-4, coming off a loss to Josephine Knutson. Got beat up.
No shame.
I'm honestly surprised at these votes.
Fighting out of Brazil, 26 years old, 5 feet 2. Damn, she's shorter than McKenna. Yeah, I mean, I guess since you mentioned that.
Look at the reach, though.
380 votes, 69% Polastri,
That's-
88% decision.
I see. I mean, this fight, I think it's going to be a close decision regardless, but I'm leaning McKenna on this.
I mean, they're both
Polastri,
both grapplers.
They are, but Polastri, her last fight, I mean, she fought a kickboxer and just decided to stand and get her ass kicked. Like she got the takedown in the first round, and then I think she got another one. I can't remember which round, but she got her down a couple times, but by that time it was just too late. And McKenna's hands aren't that bad either.
No.
Her boxing isn't terrible.
Right. She took her down 3 times according to
3 times.
UFC stats, but I guess who's the better wrestler? I think is probably the
Yeah.
question here.
Polastri, I guess, huh?
I don't know. McKenna trains at Alpha Male, and she's been there for quite a while.
She's just like kind of average at everything, in my opinion. Because like she is a decent grappler or whatever, but that armbar, dude, Amarim just like threw up the easy. It started as a triangle, threw up the easiest triangle in the world, transitioned to armbar, and then long mustache ref Beltron. Whenever she started cranking on the armbar originally, he was like, "Stop!" And he's like, "Oh no, fight!"
Yeah, I remember that.
Because like McKinnon kind of looked at him like, "I didn't tap or I didn't say," and he's like, "Oh, fight!" So she let go of the armbar,
and she still
ended up regaining it and finishing her again, regardless.
Amarim's nasty, dude. Like she did that to Demopoulos. I mean, she grabbed her glove and shit, and that was kind of a controversial one,
nasty,
but she's good.
But this one, it's hard for me to pick a winner, dude. I really don't know.
Polastri's probably like the meaner girl. Like she's gonna be meaner in there, I think.
She's got a better record, less losses
on the feet, though.
I'm taking her decision for sure.
Polastri decision?
Yeah.
Let's look at the odds.
Yeah, let me give you some odds.
-140 Polastri, +120 McKenna.
I think I'm gonna let the dogs bark on this one, dude. I think I'm gonna go Cory.
I mean, Polastri. I think Knutson's probably like that loss is going to age better as time goes on.
Yeah, I agree.
Knutson's
Yeah,
good, but Knutson should be a girl that you can take down. Like, I mean, she should be able to take her
just
down.
not enough. And
3 takedowns ain't bad for a
She
3-round fight.
but the first
But she
one
didn't do anything with it.
was with 15
Yeah,
seconds.
she
left.
didn't
But
hold
she
her
did beat
down.
the shit out of her there for a second.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Polastri as well. I think
I'll be on the island with this one.
A big fat decision from both of y'all.
It will be a decision.
Totally.
Yeah.
I will say Cory McKenna. I mean, she's 25. Like, she's really young, so she could get a lot better.
And she took a year off, and she didn't fight in 2023.
Yeah,
I don't know why,
and then lost.
lost. But I thought that was kind of interesting.
I mean, it only lasted a minute and 38 seconds.
Some of
So
these girls be doing that shit though. I mean, what happened to Tatiana? Took forever off.
Yeah.
Still
Off.
I'm going McKenna decision. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's going to be a close fight either way.
Yeah, I'll take Polastri decision.
Yeah, Polastri for sure decision.
All right, let's move on.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Dylan's
boyfriend.
favorite fighter,
I love D-Rod.
Daniel Rodriguez
He's fine.
versus Alex Morono.
Perfect bounce back fight right here.
Sure.
Yes,
It really is.
Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez, 17-5, coming off 3 losses in a row against good guys. Fighting out of Vegas, 37 years old, 6 feet 1 inch tall. Alex the Great White Morono, nickname is goated.
Yeah, the Great White's pretty cool.
24-10, coming off a loss to Nico Price. He looks so shitty in that fight.
He looked so bad.
But Nico's good at that, though. He's good at like making guys
fight down to his level.
That he shouldn't be, yeah.
Fighting out of Houston, 34 years old, 5 feet 11 inches tall. Morono, everyone talks about how hard he works, how skilled he is in the grappling. He owns a gym, he coaches, all this stuff. And then he just finds a way to lose.
Yeah.
He just
Alex
he was beating up pawns, won the first 2 rounds, short notice, and he gets knocked out.
I do remember that.
And he, like, against Nico, he was on top of Nico once or twice, and then he would just fuck up, and Nico would end up on top. And he lost, and he got tired of shit in that fight.
D-Rod's not easy to take down.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's going to have to do.
D-Rod's going to be just sprawl and brawl, basically.
I hope he juiced up hot and heavy for this fight.
He never juiced.
D-Rod, 56% takedown D, but
I thought it would be higher.
He has fought good guys, like better guys for sure.
Morono has just zero pop on anything.
It's because his legs are like permanently locked completely straight.
And he's just flat-footed everywhere.
He doesn't like bend his knees and actually throw hard.
He has just zero pop in anything. I'm getting D-Rod. I think he's getting him out of there,
I think
too.
D-Rod's going to box him up.
Yep. And if he doesn't get him out of there, Morono's going to want out of there.
And Morono gets tired.
Minus 200 D-Rod, plus 170 the Great White.
I like D-Rod all day in this one.
Me too.
And that's him coming off 3 losses in a row. But Kelvin missed weight. And it was relatively close.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to call my mom.
The Ian Gary one, I mean, he got head kicked. Like, it wasn't like he was just so much worse that night. He just got hit with a head kick. You know?
Right.
Magny, I don't really remember that one, to be honest with you.
I honestly don't either. I mean, getting dorsed by Magny's not super bad because that's what Magny's good at. He's got long fucking arms, perfect for darce chokes.
Yeah. 358 votes, 81% D-Rod, 80% decision.
I'm gonna lean decision, but
I got club and sub.
I wouldn't be surprised if D-Rod gets him out of there.
He's
late
not
fight.
D-Rod's not, at least in the UFC, not a big finisher.
Right.
I can see him hurting him.
He's
taking
kinda
his back RNC.
He's like an attrition guy. Like he just kind of puts it on you.
Yeah.
At a constant,
He's southpaw, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
So open stance. I mean, the left hand. Like D-Rod's not a kicker, really.
A straight left would be there all day.
Yeah. But fucking Morono's always moving around and bouncing around, and
except for his feet, right?
D-Rod, dude, he just is the most like unathletic looking guy in the UFC.
Yeah. I like him, but
I do too.
He finds a way to fuck everything up all the time.
D-Rod's just like a great fundamental boxer too.
Yeah.
I think he's getting him out of there. Next.
But hey, what happens if D-Rod does lose, though? That's 4 in a row.
I'm going to be upset.
It's scary.
See ya.
You think so?
See ya.
You think they'll give him the boot?
You could lose to worse guys than Morono, but like
the first 3
4 in a row.
Yeah, but the first 3 aren't bad. I mean, Neil isn't whatever.
The fact that Nico Price beat the Great White his last fight is like, come on. Like D-Rod, you gotta do this.
That's crazy. All right, anything else?
For gold.
Anything else?
Do it for the fucking set, D-Rod.
Come on. My computer's struggling with the tabs.
I said that because he's like an LA guy and shit.
Yeah, he is.
He
looks like it, too.
From the trenches, yes, he does.
Compton.
Next up, Josh Fremd versus Abdul Razak Alhassan.
Excited for this one. I like this one.
Big height difference in this one, too.
6'4".
Josh Fremd, 11-6, coming off 2 losses in a row against 2 completely different styles. Andre Petroski and Roman Kopylov.
Yes.
Fight Night, Inglewood, Colorado. 30 years old, 6 feet 4 inches tall. Abdul, Judo, Thunder, Razak, Alhassan. I don't know if that was the right order or not, but
It is. Or at least that's what I've heard.
12-6, coming off of a no contest. Cody Brundage, he elbowed the fuck out of his head.
Just
the back of it.
Twice though.
I don't know.
Because the one, no, because I just watched this fight today.
The commentary said twice.
The ones on the where, because Brundage immediately blast double tried to shoot in.
Yeah.
And he just immediately started fucking just dropping bows.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of them maybe were questionable, but the ones up against the fence were
first exchange
one
of
was
them,
like kind of a graze.
the first exchange, I feel like there had to have been some illegal ones in there. And then they stopped it for the later ones, like
right
20, 30 seconds later.
Cody wanted out of there. He wanted the fuck out of there.
He wasn't really like, no, I want to.
Right.
I want to fight.
He wanted the fuck out of it. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Well, did I finish that?
No, you didn't.
From Ghana, fighting out of Arlington, Texas.
What that's like.
39 years old.
Arlington.
5 feet 10 inches tall. I mean,
Alhassan is nothing but power
Yes.
all the time.
yeah. I mean,
Like with everything.
Bad
His leg kicks are
intentions.
nasty. He got choked out by Joe Pfeiffer, but he had Pfeiffer fucked up
yeah.
with the calf kicks.
Yep.
And Pfeiffer, homeboy kind of turned into a wrestler against him.
Yeah.
He was getting his hands off a little bit, but Pfeiffer, I think he felt the legs, didn't like the legs, felt his power on the feet, and Pfeiffer slammed him right into a head and arm. It was very weird, but
I mean, like in theory, Fremd should be able to do what Pfeiffer did, just being that like longer guy.
he doesn't have the power that Pfeiffer does,
But
though.
Fremd is not that good. Like he's
He's-
just not
I
very
agree.
good.
His takedown D sucks.
Yeah.
He's long, lanky. He has good kicks, like good push kick. He does that Khalil kind of teep to the leg, the oblique kick.
I think he's a very
He's another guy that's
forgettable
just
fighter.
not that athletic too. Like,
He's from Pittsburgh, PA, dog. He wears black and yellow shorts every time.
Doesn't mean he's good at fighting.
it's just it's going to be a matter of can Alhassan clip him? Like, can he get close enough? It's a fucking humongous 5'9" versus 6'4" height difference.
I think he can
What's the
because
reach, though? I'm curious. 76 or 73.
it's only 3
Yeah,
inches.
yeah,
Alhassan
big deal.
was getting close enough to touch Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer's what, probably 6'4" as well, or close to it.
yeah, maybe
He's a
6'3".
big boy.
I think Alhassan's going to knock him out.
I think he is
I
too,
think so,
which
too.
sucks because I kind of don't mind Josh Fremd.
I think he's
Um,
forgettable.
He's been knocked out twice.
And also,
2 and 4 in UFC.
Alhassan's only submission loss was the Joe Pfeiffer head and arm.
Kopylov pieced him up bad.
I didn't watch that one. I
He
don't remember that one.
smashed his face up. Ended up finishing with a punch to the body.
Also, Alhassan has been in the UFC since 2016.
Yeah, he's not very active. He's had
What is he, 12-6, something like that?
6-6.
No, I mean like overall.
Oh yeah, 12-6-1 no contest.
I mean 12 fights since, what would it be? 12 fights in 8 years, roughly,
Yeah, I guess that's
in the
a
UFC.
decent amount. But he's supposed to fight Ferreira twice. Didn't happen.
I don't know. Fremd's
these
got
Cancellations.
decent strikes. Like he also throws some jump knees in there every once in a while, which are kind of cool looking.
I feel like he's got like
I haven't seen him land any, but they look good.
he's got like the
His head kicks are nasty too.
you can tell he's like drilled these combos a lot. Like they look nice and stuff, but it's
Right.
not necessarily like he's not like a on the fly like adjust.
He just didn't have a
Land
lot.
something
He didn't
big.
have.
Yeah,
He's another
usually-
guy. He didn't have a ton of pop either.
Yeah,
That usually tells me that those kind of fighters don't probably spar that often, if at all.
yeah,
I think Alhassan unfortunately knocks him the fuck out.
yeah.
I agree.
Dude, when I can't get over how hard everything that comes out of it. And he's patient too.
hmm
Like he's got a lot of round one knockouts, but he doesn't go in there and just like berserk these fucking guys.
I think his cardio's come a long ways too because he's gassed out before. But I mean, he went 3 hard with Buckley with a lot of wrestling and was really close to beating him.
Fremd has a solid gas tank as well.
Yeah,
He fought Petrosky and got wrestle fucked the first and second round, and he was fine in the third. Like he was kind of getting his striking off in the third, and Petrosky just took him down again, and that was that.
I'm
But
not a Petrosky fan.
I'm not either. Petrosky was gassed as shit in the
Oh,
third. You could almost tell like that was Fremd's game plan. He's like, all right, we're gonna get taken down. We're gonna get worked on top the first 2 rounds. Third round, he's gonna be tired of shit, and that's when I'm gonna pour it on him.
Yeah, minus 155 Abdul, plus 135 Fremd.
That's closer than what I thought it'd be.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely could see a path to Fremd winning this. But
By decision?
Yeah, you just being long and just do not get touched.
Yeah. Like clinch, just maybe try to wrestle.
Fremd likes to put people up against the fence too.
Yeah.
Just win the boring
He's pretty
way.
good with the Muay Thai
Pretty
clinch
much.
too.
He's not bad in the Thai clinch, but he does like just kind of pressuring, like getting the like shoulder pressure, getting the head under the chin, kind of shit. Super boring, but I think
he's gonna have a hard time holding.
I don't see
Alhassan against
he
the
ain't
fence.
staying there.
Yeah. 496 votes, 88% Abdul, 96% knockout.
That's where I'm falling. And Fremd will probably get cut afterwards.
Yes.
It's fine with me. Don't care.
I'm excited for this just for Alhassan because he's nasty.
Yeah. And he's 39. He doesn't have a whole lot of time left.
Homeboy does not look 39 though.
No.
At all. Dude, he's just like a little ball of fucking his thighs. He looks like Nick Chubb before he snapped his leg in half. He got Nick Chubb, prime Nick Chubb legs.
Did he used to fight at 170?
God,
Middleweight.
I mean, he could
174
catch
weight, so he couldn't make weight, I guess. Yeah. So he did used to fight at 170, but
he's just a little ball of muscle, dude.
yeah. All right, all going knockout.
Yes.
I like it.
Hope so.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Get right fight. Grant Dawson versus Rafa Garcia. Grant, KGD Dawson, 21-2-1. Coming off a win over Joe Selecki. Got knocked out by King Green before that.
Yeah, that was
with a jab.
That pissed me off.
Bobby.
Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida. 30 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall. Rafa gifted Garcia 16-3. Coming off 2 wins in a row, but it's been forever since he fought. Over almost a year and a half at this point. Fighting out of Mexico, 30 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall. I actually think he trains with Cub in California.
I'll go with that because
I remember his last fight was in Kansas City when we were there, and Cub was on the stage at weigh-ins with him.
Who did he fight then?
Clay Guida.
No, it was Clay. Yeah. You're right.
That was his last fight.
Because we were all stoked about Clay being there, and he lost.
April 15th, 2023.
It's pretty standard.
Last fight, which is didn't have a canceled fight or anything in between then and now. Just hasn't fought.
Don't see Rafa having anything to stop Grant's takedowns.
Rafa's just his style is kind of move around and just touch you up a little bit and just try to not get taken down.
He's just slow.
Yeah,
no pop in his punches. It's just like the card of not hard hitting people, I guess, because he's another one, dude. Because he was tagging Clay clean. I know it's Clay Guida, but 41 years old. He could give a fuck less.
Yeah, he just ran away from Clay.
Man, what happened to Jakar Close?
He fought not that long ago. He actually won.
Remember that.
Garcia does have several submission wins, I believe, though.
Yeah, has one in the UFC. 8 overall.
8 total.
8 of the 16.
That's quite the drop off, though. What you get in the UFC, you only get 1 compared to your 7 before.
I mean, his UFC run is almost all decisions, and even before the UFC in Combate.
Oh, he is a motherfucking decision machine, win or loss.
Grant's gonna take him down.
I think
as much as he wants.
This was the easiest pick for me of the entire card, and it's going to be Grant decision. He's just going to grapple the shit out of him.
The UFC gave Grant like the step up to
Bobby
Green. It didn't work, so now they're like starting over, and they're like slowly building him back up.
I think this is an easy get back on track fight.
Yes. Odds are going to be crazy, I think. Minus 410.
Damn.
Dawson plus 310.
Biggest one on the card.
Wow. It opened minus 700 for Grant Dawson.
It's nasty.
Fucking hell.
People hammered Garcia early, which minus 700 might be too wide. Probably is.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Sense, but I mean, Garcia is not a bad fighter, but I just don't.
He's tough.
I just don't see a path to victory for him.
But you don't really use toughness when you're just getting held down.
Right. You can be the toughest motherfucker in the world, but if you're planted on your back for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Tapology votes 525, 94% Dawson, 87% decision. I could also see him submitting Garcia because Grant does. He is solid with the submissions.
Let's see. Only 13
out of his 21.
That's all.
That's it. 4 in the UFC. Yeah, I'm going sub.
We'll do another club and sub.
I'm gonna stick with my decision. I think Garcia will be.
You think club and sub?
I think he's gonna hurt him.
No.
Take his back.
Mm-mm. There's going to be... He's going to throw a jab to initiate a blast double.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, that was the easiest one for me.
Yeah. All right. One we've already talked about before. Supposed to be on the Verna versus Amanda Lemos card.
Cut.
We can.
I
listened to it today, and I'm like, yep, I agree.
Just crudely cut it.
It's wearing different shit.
So we're talking about Brad Tavares versus Junyong Park. Brad Tavares, 29, coming off loss to RoboCop. Fighting out of Vegas, 36 years old, 6 feet 1 inch tall.
I can't remember who I picked last.
Tavares.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Did you?
That would have been my guess.
The Iron Turtle, Junyong Park, 17-6. Coming off a split decision loss to Andre Muniz. Wow. Fighting out of South Korea, 33 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall.
Those votes are insane.
Yeah, you picked Tavares last time, and all three of us picked
Park.
Turtle.
Yeah.
But
because I just don't know what Tavares has really got left
the gist of
in.
this, of what we were saying, is that Turtle's a better nail, but Tavares is a better hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle, obviously, like he could knock Tavares out, but he's not a guy that catches you on the feet that often.
No,
he gets beat up and then scrambles, and then you start getting tired, and then he takes over later.
But if shit's going good for Brad, man, he can really pour it on a guy.
Yeah, and he's hard to take down.
He's very hard to take down. We looked that up last time, I believe, and it was pretty impressive. His takedown
D, I think it's like 80-something%.
Yeah, and that's a lot of fights worth.
Yeah, 81.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, like against the RoboCop one last time, like he was doing well when they were like kind of at range, like trading. But then RoboCop, who's big, fucking
very big,
heavy hitter, he started going forward and pushing Tavares, up against the fence and bombing on him. And that's when Tavares kind of was like, I don't want this anymore. I want out of here.
Turtle ain't going to do that, though.
He's not.
I think the Turtle is going to have to initiate the grappling, maybe like clinch up against the fence.
I can see that.
Try to wear on him a little bit, and then go from there. Maybe try to drag him down, or just maybe get him to deplete the gas tank just a little bit. I don't know.
I think it's going to be super close.
Yeah, I think it is too. I like both of these guys a lot, but I'm still going to stick with Brad.
Turtle, I mean, he has 50% takedown accuracy, which is kind of surprising. But he gets 1.8 per fight. And Tavares is not your average takedown defender.
No,
he's better than
that.
I don't think he's gonna be able to take him down.
I don't think he is either. And if you're stuck on the feet with Brad, dude, and you're not like a striking specialist, like you're kind of fucked.
Yeah,
Brad's nasty on the feet, dude.
He is.
People forget.
He's another guy but he doesn't. It looks real pretty, like he's really technically sound, but he's not a big knockout artist.
He's not, but
I think. Let's go odds. Minus 170 Turtle. Wow. Yeah. Plus 145 Tavares.
The dogs be barking, baby.
I think there's a lot of value on Tavares if you're a
Fuck
better.
Yes. Yeah. Might be the best dog on the card.
I think I might switch my pick.
Yeah.
Do it. I'm keeping Park.
And I love the Turtle.
I'm gonna go.
Love the Iron.
I think this is hands down Park's biggest test. This is gonna be his hardest fight so far. But
I mean, he also fought RoboCop.
Yeah. I don't know.
They both lost. Both knocked out by him.
Yeah.
I see this being a decision, Park.
Turtle is just impossible to get out of there, dude.
Yeah.
He's a tough bastard.
I think it's either whoever wins is going to be like split decision.
Probably. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take Tavares.
I think we're in for this. This has Fight of the Night written all over it for me.
That's what I was going to say.
Did I say the votes?
No, I don't think
496 votes, 82% Park, 78% decision.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm going Tavares decision.
Those people voting are crazy. It should be closer than that.
Let's make it bet to where if I win, you guys give me money, and if I lose, I don't have to give you money on this fight.
About a kick in your fucking balls.
Nope.
All right, well, give me money then. Bet me something.
I got no money.
This podcast makes a lot of money. What are you talking about?
You should have.
I invested in all.
You haven't been getting the checks?
Yeah, I invested.
What else in that fight?
It takes the mail a long time to get down from the high rise down to the post office portion of the building.
Yeah.
Post office.
Yeah, there's like a little.
What do you need a post office for?
Prime has
not like an actual post office, but where all the mail goes out, the mail room.
Mail room. Yeah.
And we have Elf down there
Yeah.
Will Ferrell
Yeah.
fucking dishing it out, dancing and shit.
We're in that same building.
That's us
from the movie.
Yeah.
They actually
Like
rented
easy.
this area right here. All right, main event. Dylan's favorite weight class.
One of my probably my favorite guy in the weight class though, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Tatsuro.
In-
Tatsuro
in-
Taira.
In 20 years, Dylan's still going to be rooting for this guy. Brandon,
Well, you guys give me shit because I'm loyal. Sorry.
yeah, that's. You want to be loyal or you want to be right?
I'm loyal to a fault.
Brandon Royval versus Tatsuro Taira. Brandon Raw Dog Royval, 16-7, coming off a win over Brandon Morono, where Morono looked fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Still took him to a
happens.
split.
Split was a little weird to me, but
Yeah.
fighting out of Colorado, 32 years old, 5 feet 9 inches tall. Tatsuro Taira, no,
I'm happy taking you.
I'm happy to kill.
16-0, coming off of, believe it or not, 16 wins in a row.
16-0.
Zero.
Fighting out of Japan, 24 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall.
Dude, I love the Japanese
Oh,
accent,
they're the
dude.
best.
It's great.
So apparently, the Factory X, a bunch of their guys had like falling out and shit, and so Royval is one of the guys that he left like just recently, and apparently he's been like he rented out his own little spot for like
Really?
to train. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
That's odd.
Weird.
I don't think it's going to matter against Tatsuro Taira.
From Okinawa.
There is nothing
Royval's-
better than an angry Japanese person
Royval's just
that's talking and yelling.
Royval's scrappy and tough and
He is.
scrambly and
Bad at COD.
bad at COD.
I just do. Taira is just too slick with the grappling.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
so
dude.
good.
He's good.
So
I like him. He's fun.
The only I think what this Taira's 7th UFC fight, I believe. The only
That sounds
southpaw he's fought was his UFC debut, and Carlos Candelario like actually took him down more than he got taken down.
That's pretty wild.
But the weird thing is on the feet. I know it's his debut; he's 22 years old, but on the feet, actually, Taira was the one having success.
His
And-
his hands aren't bad.
No,
Not at all.
I think both of these guys are going to be looking for that rear hand down the pipe. And
Do you think Taira looks for that before trying to get some grappling
see,
going?
that's the thing. Like for both of them, really, are they both going to be worried about each other's grappling?
I think
Because
Roy,
Royval, he's slick. Like he
is.
scramble, find a sub. I think it's more likely that Royval is going to want to keep it on the feet.
That's where I'm at. Taira.
But Taira's also not like a spam takedown guy.
No.
He'll strike a little bit, be patient,
Right.
push up against the fence,
5-round
take
fight,
your
too.
back. Yeah. My problem with Royval, which I think probably won't be a problem in this fight, but his takedown D is really bad. 40%. He also knows that he's dangerous off his back, and sometimes I think he's kind of okay
He's
with
like,
it.
oh, okay, yeah, go ahead, fucker.
But you can't do that against Taira.
No, hell no.
And I don't
And he
think he
should know
will.
that.
I don't think he will. I think he's going to try to defend takedowns as much as possible.
This is a huge step up for Taira, though.
Yeah. And I'd
Well,
also assume
Alex
that
Perez, I mean,
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
but
That was when he fucked his knee up,
yeah.
right?
But he had his back. I mean, he literally had his back.
And he just kind of like leaned
Yeah.
really far back and popped his knee.
So I think he's proven that he can do what he wants to do against a good wrestler like Perez.
Hmm.
But Court just submitted
Rear
him.
naked choke, Dirty Bird.
Dirty Bird needs to
Damn
retire.
it. I like Court too, but fuck, I want a Dirty Bird to win that.
Yeah.
Me too.
But
Mm.
Royval's obviously different than Perez. Perez, he's very patient. Royval, he'll sling him and make it crazy.
I don't think you're going to lure Taira into playing that game
No.
too much, though.
I actually
agree.
think Taira's going to bop him up on the feet.
Yes.
Honestly, Royval gets touched a lot.
Mm. I just want to hear Taira on the mic after.
Well, Royval's going to go in there, I would assume, with a lot of confidence after coming off a win in Moreno.
Yeah, and he came in short notice.
Damn.
That was supposed to be Albazi in Moreno, and he came in short notice into Mexico and beat
Which
Moreno.
might have been why he won.
Taira minus 200, Royval plus 170.
Yeah,
That's
that's interesting. I mean,
Should be a good
Royval's
little
fought
scrap.
for the belt
right.
and shit.
And shit.
I mean, he's just fought the better guys by a mile, but 541 votes, 80% Taira, 64%
I
sub.
like the sub.
I got Taira. I'm going to go it's going to go all 5.
Yeah,
Sis, yeah.
Because Royval's, he's tough, man.
it's tough, and he's very well versed grappler himself.
I'm gonna give Taira a sub.
I think if Taira does hit a sub, I think it's going to be Royval just completely sleeping on something and just kind of getting
something slick,
kind of like a weird scramble type. I just got caught in this. Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah,
type deal.
Yeah, because he's not gonna get tired.
No,
I
don't think
got
either
a great
of these guys
gas
are going
tank.
to get tired.
Yeah, I think Taira's gonna touch him on the feet a little bit, and whenever he finds an opening, he's probably gonna like take his back and probably not finish him.
That's what's awesome about Taira, dude, is he can take his time on the feet, and if he's doing good there, he can stay there if he wants.
Yeah.
He doesn't just immediately have to go straight to grapple.
Yep.
I don't know. I really like this.
We're all going Taira decision?
Yeah.
Taira sub.
Sub?
Oh, sub. I'll go decision still.
Anything else on this card?
Fun little card.
Yeah.
Hope so.
The main card's pretty nasty,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, there's some names on this one.
Aside from the other one, the first one we talked about.
Yeah. So that's a decision for sure.
Yeah.
Probably a decision.
Yeah.
Probably not a decision.
Probably knockout.
Probably a sub.
Decision.
You think so?
Yeah.
Decision.
Probably decision.
Decision.
Probably decision.
Should be some. It's going to be like tonight's card. At time recording, 307's on the TV right now. We're calling. I think we all agree that 307's probably going to have a lot of decisions.
We'll see.
And I think we all agree that
There's going to be some massive knockouts.
Well, maybe it'll have the opposite effect because whenever we're like, oh, dude, this card's crazy. It'll be fucking knockouts all goddamn night. And then it's fucking just a snooze fest.
It's going to be hard to
real
follow
shitter.
up Noche when it comes to just wars and
Yeah.
fucking crazy shit.
There's some good fights.
And yet, still, there's people talking shit on that card.
Which is
Crazy.
it's like,
You can't win in this fucking
No,
fan base,
people
bro.
are fucking idiots.
to me, it's not about the. I mean, obviously, name value is great, but like, I'd rather the fights be awesome.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck the
And have
name.
not big names.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
You idiots.
Yeah, idiots.
Yeah, fuck you
Like and
guys.
subscribe.
We hate you, but you should subscribe to the channel.
We hate all 20 of you.
At HOR Podcast, Instagram, at Hungover and Right, TikTok. Our names are on the screen right now with our socials. Go follow those.
Yeah, follow me too. Not these two, just me.
12 o'clock shop.
Yeah, I don't care. You don't have to follow me.
that.
Don't give a shit.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Later.